Texas League Baseball is next. And we welcome you to Game 2 of the Texas League playoff rounds. And now, here is the voice of Texas League Baseball, John Baker. Well, thank you, Bob, and a good evening, everybody. We welcome you into our live broadcast of Texas League Baseball Game 2 against the visiting Amarillo Poodles and the Midland Rockhounds. Well, tonight, winner take all in this one, and so far Midland winning there at Waterridge Field in downtown Amarillo. A final score 11-4 on a Tuesday night. Well, tonight, if Amarillo loses this one, they will be eliminated from competition. And so far, it is going to be Midland that will advance forward to the championship series. Well, if Amarillo wins this game, they'll advance 1-1, and that means that Game 3 would be enforced winner take all in that one. Well, I can see that Springfield is having a little bit of a weather delay, and so far for their game, it could be postponed. But evidently, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Well, anyway, hope everybody had a good off day yesterday. We certainly needed it. Well, tonight we come back for the second game of our playoff rounds. And, yeah, somebody being loud going down Andrews Highway. And, yeah, so far 191 and Andrews Highway is always traffic going through Odessa, Midland, and so far, it is what it is. That's the good old West Texas area for you. Well, tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Taco Villa, Texas Burger, and Rose's Cafe, all three locations owned by the famous Bobby Cox. And so far, check out his restaurants. His restaurant's pretty good. Well, my favorite is Taco Villa. It's best quality of Mexican food, and it's always fresh. Every day, fresh ingredients that are made every day, like hot sauces for your tacos, your burritos, your taco salads. They have almost everything you can ever hope for, but yeah, Taco Villa, proud sponsor of Midland Rockhounds baseball, and always good for the Permian Basin. Well, anyway, joined in the booth by my good friend and partner, Bob. And yes, we are here watching the broadcast, and we're here in the booth, too, doing these broadcasts. We're all the way from San Antonio, Texas. That is also home to our San Antonio Missions. And so far, a eliminated ball club with along Corpus Christi and Frisco as well. And then we got Wichita, Northwest Arkansas, and the Arkansas Travelers joining in our live broadcast as we all know it. And yeah, so far, Game 2, this could be it for two ball clubs. I mean, even though if Springfield goes up against Tulsa tonight, even though they're being in a rain delay, which evidently we're going to check that right now on Facebook and see what's going on. But anyway, we'd have to look. We can also check it on the MILB app, and that's a likes of which I'm doing right now. And so far, we're going to see what's going on. So, yes, they are getting rain in Springfield. Evidently, the Cardinals winning that. They are up 1-0, and Tulsa is 0-1. So, if tonight Springfield plays, they will most definitely get something going. I don't know what, but if Springfield wins, Tulsa is eliminated. If Tulsa wins, they are alive for one more night. That means they would get going and hopefully avoid elimination. Well, I got to say, John, that just depends if they play good baseball or not. But anyway, we'd have to see how everything turns out to be. Yeah, that is for sure. Well, anyway, here in the Permian Basin, we got a beautiful blue sky and a few clouds from time to time. But anyway, tonight's forecast is clear skies. CBS 7 News, always the proud sponsor of Rockhounds baseball. Just absolutely love Midland. And so far, when our San Antonio missions are down here in Midland next year in 2026, we're definitely going to have some pretty good broadcasts. And so far, we get a big games going on this next season. Well, anyway, the San Antonio Mission starting the season in 2026, they go up against Tulsa, and they're home taking on Corpus Christi. And then they're here in Midland taking on the Rockhounds. Also, they take on the Amarillo Sod Poodles, being at home, and well, so far, pretty good on that. So, anyway, they take on Amarillo, and then they're headed back off to Tulsa, and then a 12-game homestand against Midland and Wichita, and then back on the road taking on Frisco, and then coming back home taking on Corpus Christi. Well, June 2nd through the 7th, they're up in Wichita for 6, and then Frisco 4-6 at home. 12 on the road, Corpus Christi and Arkansas. And then back home, June 30th through July 5th, taking on the Sod Poodles. And then July 7th through the 12th, we're up here back in Midland. And then that will close out the first half. Well, San Antonio starting their 9-game homestand. The leadoff 3 against Corpus Christi and 6 against the Frisco Rough Riders. July 28th through August 2nd, we're up in Amarillo taking on the Sod Poodles. And then August 4th through the 9th, taking on the Springfield Cardinals right after that. Missions are heading off to Frisco August 11th through the 16th. And then we're back home on the 18th through the 23rd, taking on the visiting Northwest Arkansas Naturals. August 25th through the 30th, we're up in Springfield. And then we're back home to take on 6 against Midland. And then we're up on the road to close out the regular season there in Amarillo. So yeah, there is the 2026 playoff rounds, which, well, should I say the 2026 schedule, I would say. I beg my pardon. But anyway, pretty good. Well, enough clucking like a hen, and we're going to get started here tonight. So here is Game 2 of the South Division playoff rounds here in Midland, Texas. This proud broadcast is presented by Taco Villa. Good, spice your life. So, got a beautiful sunset here in Game 2, and gotta say, it is a pretty good night for a game, and yes, come on out and join us. We would love to have y'all here tonight, and so far, always a pleasure to have y'all in here in the Texas League. Jack Cushing, a right-hander, will get the ball for Midland. It's a 4-seam fastball, changeup, curveball, and a 2-seam fastball. And what do we know about this guy, Bob? I gotta say, he is one of the best guys that we've ever known as a 96-mile-per-hour fastball thrower. And so far, pretty good.
The second baseman.
The second baseman is Manuel Pena. We lead it off for the top of the first inning for Amarillo. And we are about ready to go. Here's the first pitch. That one is fouled off, and we are underway at 7:07 here this evening. No balls, one strike. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, and the count now 0-2. Got fans watching from the 6 eliminated ball clubs: San Antonio, Frisco, Corpus Christi, Arkansas, Northwest Arkansas, and Wichita. And that one is high fly in the air. Left fielder Trinkle will get it, and that is out number 1.
Second, the shortstop, Tommy.
Well, the shortstop Tommy Troy coming in as he's ready to go. So far, a pretty good rubber matchup between the two starters coming in for Midland and Amarillo here tonight, which that is always a good thing. No balls and one strike, one away, nobody on. Top of the first here for Amarillo, and that's going to be fouled off, and the count now 0-2. Midland there at Water Ridge Field. Boy, that was a whooping. I mean, I kid you not, they just gave Amarillo a whooping of a lifetime. Well, the final score 11-4. My dad would always say, "You're going to get a whooping." Your dad is funny. Well, I know he is. He's a funny guy, isn't he? Here's the 0-2. Right there, swing and a miss. Got him. And they're 2 down. Strikeout for Jack Cushing is, boy, cruising along on the mound. And he's getting them going. Here is Jackson Feltner. Takes that one up high for a ball, and the count now 1-0. Got a great crowd here. Amarillo fans, Midland fans, the whole 9 yards in the smorgasbord in the ballpark of Franco. Here's the 1-0. And that one high fly in the air up the right field is Nankiel. He's got it, and that's the half inning over. No runs, hits, or errors for Amarillo, and nobody left. And we are going to the bottom of the first here in Game 2 of our playoff rounds. Angeles Halter and Nankiel will get us set to go in the bottom of the first. Midland coming to bat right after these messages. Now set to go for the bottom of the first for Midland, right here, the Rockhounds Baseball Network. Thank you, Bob. And set to go for Amarillo is Austin Pope. As we know, the 5 pitches that he could choose from is a 95 four-seam slider, curveball, changeup, and a sweeper. Getting the start for Game 2 on the mound for the Sod Poodles. Shortstop is Arabelle Angeles. He'll lead it off. Bottom of the first. And set to go on this Thursday night. That one is right there in the end for a cold strike. It's the count now at 0-1. Boy, we travel from San Antonio to come see these boys play, and so far could be a game in the North Division after tonight. We'll have to wait and see. That one is a high pop-up straightaway up to left field. The left fielder runs it down, makes the play, And that's out number one. Airbill Angeles getting rung up to dry, and that will be out number one. Colby Halter coming in. Boy, right fielder Nate Nankill was on fire the night in Amarillo. 4 home runs and 9 RBIs right off the money. That guy can hit a ball. How do you like that? That one right there, straight away up to second. Throw down to first, and they get him easily 2 down. Well, this first inning is going by pretty quick. You know, when you hit a baseball, you know that for a prospect like Nate Nankill, he's got a pretty good chance of getting something going. Let's see if he could do it again. Here's a pitch, swinging a miss right there. The count now 0-1. Boy, 9 RBIs in Amarillo. That was pretty neat, wasn't it? Yeah, I gotta say, John, absolutely right. This guy can really hit a baseball. That one's got high in the air, up to left center, and that is out number 3. With that, the side is retired. So no runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left. We head to the second inning here in Game 2 of our playoff rounds, and it's no score through 1. We're back here for the top of the second as Gino Groover coming in. Conocello and Sim will follow in from behind when we come back in our playoff rounds, Game 2. No score as we head to the second inning. Bounce at the go for the top of the second inning for Amarillo right now on the Rockhounds Baseball Network. Well, Gino Groover coming up, 4, 5, and 6, due up against Jack Cushing. As we are ready to go. Here's a pitch right there inside for a strike. The count now at 0-1. Here's the 0-1 delivery. That one is counted high in the air. Bolt is getting there. Right there on the warning track. Makes the play awfully close. Boy, 102 mile per hour. Almost an exit right there. A home run could have been it. Just a few inches taller. Right fielder is Gavin Conicello as he comes in. And the pitch is right there in the end for a code strike, and the count now at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. That one is high fly in the air, and now to play foul, and the count now at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Conicello, the 5-hole hitter. And that is going to be right there up to right field. Nankill runs it down, makes the play, and there's 2 down.
Batting 6, the designated hitter, Kevin.
Nankill just wowing the fans. I mean, even up in Amarillo, that was pretty good. 4 home runs equals 9 RBIs for that guy out there in right field. That's pretty good. Kevin Sim coming in. It's 1 ball and no strikes. 2 outs, nobody on. That one fouled off. And the count now at 1-1. Don't forget the new season starting on April 2nd. That's when the regular season begins for everybody. So far going to be an interesting year for all Texas League teams. And right there, fouled off the count now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And that was a high pop-up right there. First baseman Kurtz has his eyes on it. Makes the play, and that's the inning. So no runs, hits or errors, and nobody left on for Amarillo. And yes, that is a goose egg right on the board. And we hit to the bottom of 2. And it's 2.5 and no score. So Nick Kurtz, Tranquil Schwartz will lead it off for the bottom half of inning number 2 for Midland when we come back. About set to go for the bottom half of inning number 2 for Midland right now on the Rockhounds Baseball Network. Well, here is Nick Kurtz as he comes in. 4, 5, and 6 due up against Austin Poe. And we are about ready to go. That one up high and in the strike zone for a count now, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. There's the pitch. That is right there. Ground ball, straight away, up and thrown to the first baseman for the out, and time just a couple of steps.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, Kingdon.
Now that'll bring in the left fielder, Caden Trinkle, as he'll come in. Nobody on base here on a 1 out. And here's the pitch. That one is a high pop-up. And somebody get it. Yep, it's the second baseman that will run after it. Right fielder and left fielders. Even center field tried to get in there and get it. And here is Nick Schwartz. 2-man down and nobody aboard. That one is high pop up right there, and that's going to get a chance, and he's gone! Nick Schwartz breaks through, and Midland will get the game going with a Nick Schwartz first home run. What a beauty. Man, I tell you what, John, that was right down the line. And right there off the staircase out there in the left field. That's pretty good. Here's the next batter, Henry Bolts. As he comes in, grounds ball, ground hopper, straightaway short. Thrown the first base, and that's out number 3. Well, Schwartz gets us 1-run single on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. Third inning, Midland leads it 1-0. We're back here as Anderson, Rojas, Guzman, and catcher Roberts will get ready to go here tonight. And it's a 1-0 ball game as we head to the third. Now set to go for the top of the third inning for Amarillo right now on the Rockhounds Baseball Network. Well, here is Anderson Rojas, 7-8-9, due up against Cushing. Midland out in front by this ball game. 1-0 is the score. That one is a changeup down and in for a cold strike, and the count now at 0-1. Proud broadcast brought to you apart by Taco Villa. Spice your life, and gotta say it's gonna be a pretty good evening. Hey Bob, you want to go to Taco Villa? Oh yeah, I love some Taco Villa. Yeah. Boy, down and in is the count now at 1-1 apiece. There's pitch. That one high fly. Out of play. And the count now 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a pitch. That one is a high pop up right behind the backstop. And the catcher will get it. That was MacGyver getting that one. And so far, that was a wasted opportunity as we get going on that. Here's Alvin Guzman, the designated hitter, standing at .247. That one is a high fly right there, up to the wall. He's going to get there. Yes, he does. Right there, makes a catch.
The catcher, Caleb.
Few more inches, and that could have been gone right there. And the catcher, Caleb Roberts, come in. Ouch, and that it kind of reminds me when Tulsa went up against Corpus Christi back in 2019, and boy, the Hooks robbed Tulsa of a home run. Man, for sure. I remember that. I was watching that at Bayfront Park. Boy, that was a home run that was robbed from the Tulsa Drillers. Here's the pitch. That one is high fly. In the air, up at foul ground. Swift, the third baseman, will leave the post, and he's got it. So a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, hits, or errors for Amarillo. We hit 3.5, and the Rockhounds out in front by 1. Swift, MacGyver, and Angeles will lead it. Bottom of 3 when we come back. About set to go for the bottom of the 3rd right now on the Rockhounds Baseball Network. Well, the next batter up is Drew Swift, 891, due up here in the bottom of 3. As Austin Pope gets going for his third inning, pitching for Amarillo. And that one down and in for a strike. The count now 0-1. Here's the pitch right there and out of play. And the count now at 0-2. Rockhounds lead this game 1-0. If you're just joining us, watching from San Antonio, Corpus Christi, Frisco, Wichita, Arkansas, and Northwest Arkansas, or wherever you may have us dialed us in. Just absolutely love San Antonio. It's a good town. That one is a high fly right there, up to straightaway left center, and he'll make the play, as that will be out number 2, caught by the center fielder as he came in. So the shortstop is Arabelle Angeles, and he comes in. It's ready to go. And the pitch. That one is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. We got fans watching from our home in San Antonio, Bob. Yeah, I gotta say, absolutely love those San Antonio Missions and cannot wait to see them again next season when we go up against Tulsa there in Oklahoma. Well, that is for sure. Here's a 1-1, and that's going to be high fly in the air up to center field, and that will do it, as that will do for this half inning. No runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on for Midland. We go to the 4th. Manuel Pena will lead it off. And so far, we're about ready for that. It's the top of the 4th inning, our Taco Villa broadcast, and so far, nothing beats Taco Villa than Spice Your Life. We got locations around Amarillo, Midland, San Angelo, around the whole Permian Basin where needed. But anyway, right, Bobby Cox, if you want Taco Villa in your location. We'll be right back on our broadcast in Game 2 of our playoffs. Top of the fourth inning, set to go for Amarillo right now in the Rockhounds Baseball Network. Well, the next batter up, Manuel Pena leads it off. Jack Cushing, fourth inning of work, about ready to go. And here's the pitch. That's an inside strike. The count now 0-1. Still a weather delay there in Springfield. Trying to get their game going against Tulsa. And the pitch, that's right there and outside for the count now is right there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That one popped foul. The count now 1-2. Well, good thing we don't have any rain or thunderstorms in our forecast, but evidently, seeing that Springfield was going to get some rain, the weatherman did not lie about that. I even went on that Sunday as even the San Antonio Missions taking on the Springfield Cardinals, and the Weather Channel said that that day was going to get some rain. Here's pitch right there, and that's going to be a strikeout. Can they get him? And no, not in time. He will reach on a strikeout on a wild pitch. Here's shortstop Tommy Troy as he comes in. Ready to go. He's 0 for 1. That one's pelted high in the air up to center field, and here we go again. Bolt will make the play, and that is out number 1.
Now batting, first baseman, Jackson Feltner.
Well, that'll bring up the first baseman, Jackson Feltner, who's 0 for 1, a fly out. I don't know if they'll call that game in Springfield or not. Maybe they would have to work a 7-inning contest for each of those games. Even though Springfield down to their final 2 against Tulsa. And here's the 0-1. That one is right there. Swift will get it to Halter and to the first baseman. And that is a double play to get him out of the half inning. And so that is a done deal right there. No runs, hits, or errors, nobody on for Amarillo. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Midland holding a 1-run lead. It's 1-0. Well, Colby Halter leads it for the Rockhounds when we come back. Well, about set to go for the bottom of the fourth inning right now on the Rockhounds Baseball Network. Well, Colby Halter coming in as we're set to go. 0 for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hope doing his fourth inning of work, and that's an inside strike. And the count now at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, and that is going to be a sweeper fouled off. The count now 0-2. 1-run ball game in the bottom of 4 here in Midland. And that's right there. Ground hopper, straightaway second. Throws to first, and time out number 1.
Now batting. Right.
I see a lot of 3 up, 3 downs. What do you say, Bob? Oh, I got to say, he's really starting to get going. Yeah, for sure. The right fielder, Nate Nankiel, coming in. Guy with 9 RBIs in Amarillo, Texas, as of Tuesday. Now, if you saw this guy play, that was 4 home runs he performed. That one fouled and away. Boy, would certainly love to see a home run from him here tonight. Oh, well, maybe you get your wish granted, maybe. Well, that's going to be lofted high in the air, and that's going to get some trouble, and that's going to get down for a base hit. And he's got a double. Taco Villa double. That means everybody in tonight's stadium gets 2 free tacos courtesy of Taco Villa. Ooh, man, I love Taco Villa. It's just a good place. Just a pretty good live shot right there. As you can see, he tilted that ball as hard as he could. A few more inches, it would have been 2-0 for Midland. And now here is Nick Hertz. He'll take a slider inside. The count now 0-1. 84 on the radar gun. 0 for 1 by the ground out. And the pitch is way outside, and the count now at 0-2. Here's a 1-1. That one right there, ground ball, and he overshoots it. Not in time, and that puts a runner at first, and that'll be a base hit. He didn't overshoot it, not for 1 second. Boy, that ball bounced right there. Well, if we get the instant replay, evidently he was in there safely. Amarillo is in danger now. Here is the left fielder, Caden Trinkle, who's 0 for 1 to fly out. 1 away, first and third. Amarillo trying to hope for a double play, and to get him out of this half inning, that would have to be a ball right there. That's going to be right there. Straight away to second for 1. Relay, and not in time, and the run is in to score. Now Midland leads this one 2-0. They tried to overturn that double. And so far, we'll check an instant replay, and yep, he was right on the bag in time as that baseball came to meet him. But so far, safe as all could be. Here is Nick Schwartz. Schwartz coming in, ready to go. Takes that one down and in. And the count now is 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, 1 on. 1 run in to score. Midland up 2-0 against the Sod Poodles. Schwartz coming in. From the windup and the stretch. That one is a high outside fastball. And the count now 2-0. Well, that's something you don't want to ever give up there, John. I mean, I tell you. Yeah, you know, giving up too many balls, that's a recipe for disaster waiting to happen. And right there in the count now, 2-2. And just trying to get something going. And Midland trying to claim this victory and eliminate Amarillo from trying to get in this game. And that is ball 4. Boy, they lose him on 4 pitches.
Now batting, center fielder, Henry.
And boy, I tell you what, that is rough around the edges. Now you got 2 on, 2 out. Henry Bolt coming up. Boy, a 3-run blast would make it 5-0, and Amarillo would probably be turning around in their graves. They're screaming, "Let me out of here!" Yeah, for sure. That's right there. The count now is 1 ball and 1 strike. I tell you, you're funny, Bob. Well, you're the same way. You make jokes all the time and stuff. Well, I just say things just to entertain our audience while we're going here tonight. And right there, swing and a miss, and that will do it. So 1 run on a couple hits, no errors, 2 left on. And we head to the 5th inning. Midland leads it 2-0. Groover, Conicello, and Sam will lead it off the 5th inning when we come back. Bounce set to go for the 5th inning right now on the Rockhounds Baseball Network. Thank you, Bob. Gino Groover coming up now as Cushing will do his 5th inning of work. And here's the stretch. That one is a high pop-up straightaway up the left field. Trinkle gives a rundown on it, makes a play, and there's one down. So a quick out, number 1 for Gino Groover, and that'll bring up the right fielder, Gavin Conicello, as he's 0 for 1. Midland leading 2-0. Top of the 5th inning here in Midland. Absolutely love this stadium. It is a beautiful stadium. Let's just call it a beauty. Well, that's what you call it. Try to get it before your stuttery words. Oh, ha ha. Very funny, Bob. Hey, you know that old saying? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Oh, where the heck did you get that from? I don't know. My brother used to say that. Right there is second base to first, and there's two quick
The
outs.
designated hitter, Kevin.
Hey, you know, some people make fun of you, and yes, there has been a lot of bullying been going on. Talk about that, and Kevin Sim. Evidently, when somebody just calls you a name, you tell them, hey, you know, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. So if you got something to say, well, you better say it to my face, not my back. Yeah, good point right there, John. No balls, one strike, two outs, nobody on. Fifth inning here in Midland, Texas. That's fouled off. Out now, nothing at two. Boy, Jack Cushing, 32 strikes on 8 balls, a total of 40. Here's the 0-2. And still hanging on is Kevin Sim. Tell you one thing, it's just really good to see something going. Here's a pitch, that's fouled off. And the count now at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch is right there, foul. Boy, Amarillo trying to avoid elimination tonight. And evidently, if they don't win here tonight, then they are eliminated out of the playoff championship series rounds. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him mouthful for that strikeout. And Jack Cushing is happy about that as he just puts it right down in the dirt and he went after it. No pun intended. No runs hit to Rivers and nobody left on for Amarillo. We head now bottom of the 5th. Rockhounds lead 2-0 in a no-hitter ball game. Well, the next batters that are coming up is Drew Swift, MacGyver, and Angeles as we lead off the bottom of 5. We come back. Bottom half of the fifth inning set to go for Midland right here in Game 2 of our Texas League playoffs. Thank you, Bob. Drew Swift coming in. 891 due up against Austin Pope as he starts the fifth inning on the mound for Amarillo. That one's going to be line high in the air up to left field, and that will be an out. And there's one up, one down here to begin the Rockhounds' fifth inning. Willie McIver coming in is 0 for 1 to line out. So if Rockhounds win tonight, then it will be make or break situation for Amarillo. That one is outside, is 1 ball and no strikes. Still no action going on there in Springfield. Boy, it is coming down rain. And we would have to see what the weather forecast is for the Springfield area. Evidently here for the West Texas Permian Basin, we'll say it is really nice. Right there, the count now is 3 balls and I guess 2 strikes on that. Can't see, but anyway, nope, 3 balls, no strikes. That's pretty good. And that right there is in for a strike. The count now at 3-1. There's pitch. And that was, oh boy, that was too close. That would almost been ball 4. Boy, would have let that one get outside. And that's going to be right down the chute and right to the left fielder for the out. And there's 2 down.
Shortstop,
Well, Arabel Angeles coming in. He's 0 for 2, fly out and a line out. Well, looking at Springfield's weather, evidently they have the rain, and I'll so far check the Doppler radar and see what's going on for the Cardinals city of Springfield. That is right there, and that ball is foul. So no balls and 1 strike. Boy, they have had severe weather go through their baseball field, and that one right there is called 3rd strike, and that will be out number 3. End of 5 as we head to the 6th. Rockhounds lead 2-0 here in Game 2 of our playoff rounds. So we will be right back after this. About set to go for the 6th inning right now, the Rockhounds Baseball Network. Well, thank you, Bob. Anderson Rojas coming in. 45 pitches for Jack Cushing as he leads off his 6th inning on the mound for Midland. And we are about ready to go. That is right there in the end for a strike. And the count now at 0-1. 2-run shutout, no-hit ball game here tonight. Boy, pretty good. That's going to be liner straight away, and that's a base hit. Boy, and you could kiss that no-hitter goodbye because it's gone for good.
Fielder, number 13, Alvin.
And he is not happy about that after giving up the no-hit bid. He's probably saying, oh, gosh darn it, that is just, I think the horse just stepped on my foot. I'm saying ouch to that. Well, it's true there, Bob. I mean, if you got horse hooves on your foot, wouldn't you say ouch? I probably would. Oh, man, you're funny. Here's the 0-1. Down and outside, that's 1 ball, 1 strike. What does a horse say? Oh, that's your impression of a horse? Yep. Right there, swing. Yes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Boy, getting him right there. And the count now at 1-2. Still plenty enough fight left for Amarillo to get in and get this ball game tied up, and maybe they will. And that's going to be right there, line drive, base hit, and that's going to get the runner first and second now. Still nobody out.
Now batting.
And boy, the Rockhounds giving up those 2 hits. And now they got the tying run there at second. Caleb Roberts coming in. Ready to go. Here's the pitch down and in. It's 1 ball and no strikes. See if they can work their way out of this half inning without any runs coming in. Here's the pitch, and that is outside for a ball. The count now 2-0. Jack Cushing trying to get this game under control, and that's right there, swing and miss. The count now 2-1. Midland leading it 2-0. Amarillo got the tying run there at second. The go-ahead at the plate, that is Caleb Roberts. Here's the pitch, and that is fouled off. The count now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. One more time. Strike 3 called. Changeup. Got him. And, man, the backwards K. I need 2 more outs to get going. And here is Manuel Pena. Pena coming in, ready to go. Here's the windup and the pitch. That's going to be a line foul. And the count now 0-1. 12 total. 9 strikes to 3 balls in this half inning. Don't think Jack is getting tired out there. Do you think there, Bob? Oh, I sure hope not. And right there, the count now 0-2. Boy, trying to get out of this half inning from getting up and giving up 2 of those hits. And right there, called 3rd strike, and Pena not happy about that.
The batter, number 4, shortstop.
Boy, and Cushing just came in, took the strike on that one, rung him up to dry on the clothesline. Well, that's something you don't see every day. Usually when you have a prospect that acts that way, they'd either get a warning or a ejection. Probably will.
Nope, that's a
Well, Tommy Troy getting in as he's 0 for 2, strikeout and a flyout. 2 out, 2-1 here in the top of the 6th inning. Midland trying to escape danger early in the top of the 6th. Boy, I tell you what, he just really cruising along, that Jack Cushing. Here's the pitch right there, high fly in the air. And the count now 1-2. We'll try to get out of this half inning and get to the bottom half of inning number 6. Here's a 1-2 delivery. Down and in, 2-2. And still holding on is number 13, and guy out there 90 feet away from scoring in. Here's a 2-2, and that is foul. And still hanging on is Tommy Troy. Troy trying to get going here in this one. Here's a 2-2. One more time. High fly in the air and out of play. And still hanging on at the 2-ball, 2-strike count. 2 outs, 2 on. Top of the 6th. Midland lead 2-0 against the Sod Poodles. And here's the pitch one more time. That one high fly in the air. Up to center field. Bolt will get it. Makes the play. And they will tightrope out of danger. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on for Amarillo. And we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. 2-0 Midland in the playoffs of 2025. Colby Halter, Nankill, and Kurtz will lead it. Bottom of 6 when we return in our broadcast. About set to go for the bottom of the sixth inning right now. The Rockhounds Baseball Network. Well, next batter up, Colby Halter coming in, 2-3-4. Due up against the same starter here for Amarillo, Austin Pope. That one is out in. Oh man, what was that all about? They called a strike on that? What the gosh darn are they doing? Well, I don't know there, John. That was kind of a wicked pitch to me, but that should have been called a ball. No kidding. That one's right there, gloved, and right in time is out number one there at first.
Now batting, right fielder, Nate.
The right fielder, Nate Nankiel, coming in, is 1 for 2 double last time up. I think Midland has a winning chance, and boy, they do with this prospect. The 9 RBI hitter. Oh, they broadcasted that on the news, and that was right there, line drive base hit. Straightaway center for the 1-out single by Nate Nankiel. Well, News West 9 and CBS 7. Local news, weather, and sports for all of West Texas, the Permian Basin. What's that right there? Pretty good. Well, temperature-wise, 85 degrees on an evening like this. That's going to be a ground ball straight away to second for 1, and they get them both, and that's the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on for Midland. And we now head to the 7th inning here in Game 2 of our 2025 Texas League playoffs. We're back for the 7th. Midland 2, Amarillo nothing. Top half of the 7th inning set to go for Amarillo right now on the Rockhounds Baseball Network. Well, Jackson Feltner coming in, and boy, this ball game rolling on the rails as Midland having 2 runs in their ball game against this Arizona Diamondbacks affiliation, Amarillo. Here's a 1-0, and that's going to be right there. Line drive base hit up to center, and boy, what a circus act out there by Bolt.
Now
trying to get things all together, and Gino Groover coming in now. Well, it seems to me like we're going to have a pitching change for Midland, and so far that is going to do for the starter here. Well, he's done a terrific job tonight, and now he's going to get the rest of the night off. And so far, we'll have a new reliever coming up for Midland, and that will be Jack Weisenberger. So 4-seam slider and a 2-seam fastball. That 4-seamer up to 98 miles an hour, Bob. Yeah, I gotta say, pretty good on that one. Well, we'll go into our warm-up session. So far, pretty good on that. Boy, Midland sure is really good. Well, let's go ahead and give some shout-outs. Our fans from San Antonio, Corpus Christi, and Frisco watching. Greetings. Wichita and Northwest Arkansas and the Travelers watching. Boy, just amazed how these ball clubs did this year. And so far, cannot wait for the show 2026 to come out as well. Weisenberger warming up now. One more on that one, and so far that will pretty much do it. So Gino Groover coming in, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Boy, getting that fastball by him. For the count now, 0-1. Groover is 0 for 2. And here tonight with 2 flyouts. And that's going to be high fly in the air up to center. Bolt gets it. Make that fly out number 3. Man, that is rough around the edges when you can't get that runner going. I know, but when you get those flyouts, that will really screw the ball club really bad. Gavin Conicillo coming in. Could be another Taco Villa double play if they get in. That means everybody tonight would leave here with 2 coupons courtesy of 4 Taco Villa crispy tacos. Just absolutely love it. 2 balls and no strikes to the right fielder, Conicillo, who's 0 for 2 of the night. 1 on, 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. Amarillo getting shut out. Tying run coming up to the plate now. That is fouled off. And holding on is 2-1. Well, a lot of y'all may be watching this ball game or college football, but my parents out in the living room watching the football game there in their hometown of Brady. I don't think Game 3 is necessary if the Rockhounds win this one. And they pretty much have a possibility of doing that. That could definitely be a key factor of seeing them get in the playoffs. The championship series rounds will begin hopefully by next week. Here's the 2-2. And that one fouled in the way. The count now. 2 balls And 2 strikes to count. Here's the 2-2. And now to play again. Still hanging on is Conicelo. And boy, the pitcher, Jack Weisenberger, already threw 9 pitches in relief pitching for Midland. Here's a pitch, and that's going to be lofted high in the air. Right fielder Nankiel going after it. Makes the play, and that's out number 2. By golly, that is a pretty good one right there. Designated hitter is Kevin Sim, 0 for 2, a strikeout and a pop-out. Boy, they're getting down against it. That one is a high pop-up right there. Nankiel gets right there, and he's got it to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on for Amarillo. We're going to the bottom of the 7th as it's stretched here in Midland. The Rockhounds lead it 2-0. We'll have a new reliever coming up for the Sod Poodles. We get ready for the bottom half of inning number 7. So enjoy the stretch inning. We're back after these commercial messages. Well, hope you've had a pretty good 7th inning stretch, but we're about ready to get back after it right now on the Rockhounds Baseball Network. Thank you, Bob. And Zach Barnes will come in relief for Amarillo. 4-seam fastball slider, curveball circle change. And his weapon of choice is that 96-mile-per-hour fastball. Tell you, he's going to try to blow it right by him. You got to watch his prospect, or he'll buck you off like a wild horse in a San Antonio rodeo or something like that. The left fielder, Caden Trinkle, coming in. Hits that one, ground ball straight away, and that's going to get down. And there is no throw. That'll go for an infield single. That's just an awesome base hit.
The batter, number 6, designated hitter, Nick.
Nick Schwartz coming in, and boy, he was also a home run. Pretty good on top of that as we all look at it. That's a pretty good one. Schwartz coming in, ready to go. He'll take that one in for a strike. And the count now at no balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch to him. That one high and outside is 1-1. Well, I don't think Springfield will get a game going tonight, but if they do, it'll be late.
Ball 2.
That one is outside. The count now 2-1. The broadcast time was 6:35. It is now 9:04 p.m. They are 2 hours overdue. Right there, line drive base hit, and there's 2-1. Rockhounds threatening Amarillo here in this half inning.
Now batting, center fielder, Henry.
You know, the designated hitter is Henry Bolt as he comes in. He's ready to go here in this one. Bottom of 7, Bolt coming in. 2-1, nobody out. That's an inside strike. The count now at 0-1. Crowds are hoping that Midland will come through here and try to get more runs plated aboard. That one is a slider outside. The count now even up at 1-1. Nighttime here in the Permian Basin, and could be watching from San Antonio, and those that are already eliminated out of competition this year. You know, San Antonio, they did pretty good, but evidently losing their last 5 in Springfield, that's what drove the damage. San Antonio losing the first and second half, but tried coming back in a pretty good form of fashion. You know, finishing off the season by 71 wins. Springfield had a total of 88 wins. Or was it 89? I guess it was. I don't know. Right there, swing and a miss.
1-1.
Well, the count now at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count now. And that's going to be right there. Line drive. That's a base hit, and that's going to get down. And it looks like that plate 1 run. And Midland will score in their 3rd. But now in danger even more. Amarillo now in hot water. Would a crab be in hot water? Ha ha ha. Very funny there, Bob. So Willie McIver coming in. Set to go. Wind up and the pitch. That's a right there inside for a strike. And the count now at 0-1. Our new score, 3-0 Midland here in the bottom of the home 7th. After the stretch mark. It's no balls and 1 strike, 2-1, 1 away. And that's a slider swung on and missed. Well, the count now at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That's fouled off. Still hanging on. Well, I will check to see again what Springfield will be doing with their ball game.
Ball, that's down.
And that ball is down and in. And the count now is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, Facebook always has all the answers. Here's pitch outside the count now, 2-2. See what's going on. Well, still no update from them, but evidently they'll shoot one out if necessary. That one high fly in the air, and here comes a runner tagging up, and here he goes. And not in time, as Midland will plate their fourth run, 4-0 against the Sod Poodles. Well, time is being called as here comes the manager. And so far, that's going to do for the starter. Our first reliever coming into this ball game. And Zach Barnes is out of this one.
Now pitching.
Now pitching is Mitchell Stumpo. He's coming in, and he got a 97-mile-per-hour fastball right there. Slider, two-seam sweeper. In accordance with that. And so far, pretty good. Arabelle Angeles coming in. He's 0 for 3. Strikeout, fly out, and a line out. 2 away, runner at third. Fifth run for Midland, just 90 feet. Base hit would get him in. That's right there. Line drive straight away, second, and they'll get him easily. So that will conclude the inning on 2 more runs scoring in for Rockhounds. And that is 7 innings complete here in Midland. The Rockhounds lead it 4-0. 8th inning straight ahead as Rojas, Guzman, and Roberts will lead it off for the Sod Poodles. 6 outs to go, and Midland will claim the win for the championship series if that becomes possible. Top half of the 8th inning coming up for Amarillo right now on the Rockhounds Baseball Network. Well, Anderson Rojas coming in, 7-8-9 due up against Jack Weisenberger. As we lead off the last 2 innings of tonight's contest here in Game 2. And so far, pretty good. No balls, 1 strike the count. And the pitch. Fouled off, counting down 0-2. Well, fans can be treated to one more home game here between either Springfield or Tulsa, don't matter what. Here's pitch. That one is fouled off, the count now 0-2. Evidently, as Springfield eliminates Tulsa, then it'll be between Midland and Springfield trying to claim a Texas League title. Here's the 0-2. That one right there, Bolt will knock it down. Has no play, and he'll reach first base safely.
Now batting.
So that's getting in for a base hit. Anderson Rojas. Here is Alvin Guzman as he comes in. Boy, ground ball gets the people 6 tacos from courtesy of Taco Villa. Don't forget, you can find our locations in Midland, Odessa, Andrews, San Angelo, and Amarillo as well, and even Lubbock. Here's the 0-2. Oh, right there. Got him for 1. And not in time, as that should have been a double play. They'll get the out at first, but meanwhile, the runner in second reaches that scorer's position. Well, anyway, pretty good. So Caleb Roberts coming in, swings and misses.
0-1's the count.
And the count now 0-1. Runner at second, 1 away. Sod Poodles down to their final 5 outs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count now at 0-2. Rockhounds trying to get it going. Here's the 0-2. One more time. Right there, fouled off. Guess could be the championship series home game between the Springfield Cardinals or Tulsa Drillers. Here's pitch, and that's going to be right there. Ground ball straight away. Kurtz will take it himself. Will give it back to MacGyver there at a home plate section. Manuel Pena coming in. He's 0 for 3. 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Amarillo down to their final 4 outs. They are in danger. Trying to get back in this one, and so far just giving up a whole lot of outs. That just really kick your butt in the rear end. Here's the 0-1. Fouled off, and he'll see another. So still in a weather delay there in Springfield, Missouri. There at Blue River Stadium. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. And that will do it. So no runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left on, and it's 8.5. Midland leads 4-0. Back here is Colby Halter, Nankill, and Kurtz will lead it off. And there are 3 outs left for Midland and 3 outs for Amarillo coming up. Bottom half of the 8th inning, straight ahead for the Rockhounds Baseball Network. All right, Colby Halter coming in now. Now set to go here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. 2, 3, 4 due up against a reliever, Mitchell Stumpo. 8,468 tonight. What a crowd that is. That one hit high in the air, outside foul, and the count now at 0-1. Should I say 1-1? Okay. Jack Evans behind the home plate. Hits that one. Ground ball straight away. And throws him off the bag.
Now batting.
And that'd be a base hit and an error on top of that for Amarillo. Oh, 4-0. Here is Nate Mankill as he'll come in.
Nope.
And that is outside is 1 ball and no strikes. 2 for 3, double, single, and a run by the 9 RBI guy. This guy should get a promotion to AAA Las Vegas before too long.
That's ball 2.
That one is ball 2.
2 balls, no strikes.
2 balls, no strikes. There's the pitch. And that's a ground ball straight away. The second for 1. And in time, they get a double play. And there's 2 outs. Nick Kurtz coming in. And what was that? A 6-4-3 double play during that last play. Kurtz coming in, is ready to go. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. The count now 0-1. Midland getting ready to shut this one out. That's going to be a liner straight away up to right center field. That's a base hit. Pretty good on that one. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Caden Trinkle. Well, don't think Game 3 is necessary tomorrow night, but anyway, if Amarillo came back in this one, it would have been a tied series at 1-1. If Amarillo would have won this one tonight, instead of being in La La Land, where the heck are they?
That's a ball.
I don't know, John, but they sure gave up a lot of ins and outs in this ball game. I'll tell you one thing, Bob, I think you're right. 2 out, runner at first. That one is bashed. That one's high, and out of the ballpark it is going foul. Oh, no. Well, right there, that's fouled off. The count now, 1 ball and 2 strikes by Trinkle. 1-2. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be right there. And he dives. He gets it right there in time. And out number 3. Well, no runs, 1 hit, no error. Well, 1 error. No errors. Never mind. They did not call that for Amarillo. And so far, 1 left on for Midland. We now head to the 9th inning. Tommy Troy will lead it off. Feltner and Groover, last 3 outs here in this game. And we are going to the 9th inning. Midland leads 4-0. About set to go for inning number 9, right here for Amarillo and the Rockhounds Baseball Network. Tommy Troy leads it off, 2, 3, and 4. Due up for Amarillo, Jack Weisenberger on the mound for Midland. Coming back in to get something going right there. Slider outside. And the count now at 1 ball and no strikes. 4-0 Midland. This is a shutout ball game, and this game, it's imminent elimination. Amarillo down to their final 3 outs, and it could be a very well end for them. And that's going to be right there. Line drive, base hit. That's in front of Bolt. And Angeles gets that ball straight away up to second base.
The first baseman, Jackson Feltner.
Jackson Feltner coming in. 1 for 3 of the 9th. Take a slider outside. The count now is 1 ball, no strikes. Nobody out, 1 on. 1 for 3 single by Feltner tonight. And here's the pitch. That's right there. Line drive, base hit. And there we go. Amarillo threatening here. They got stationary fronts, first and third now.
Now batting, third baseman.
Boy, they are really trying to fight back in this one. They don't want to go down in the series going 2-0 and losing and being eliminated. Gino Groover coming in. He'll fight that one off, and the count now at 0-1. First and third, nobody out. Groover flied out is 0 for 3 in the second inning. Well, time is being called as here comes the manager, and so far that's going to do for the reliever. Jack Weisenberger getting out of this one. And so far, pretty good on that.
Now pitching, Rockhounds, number 69.
Jack Perkins getting in. 4-seam, circle chain, slurve, a cutter, and a sinker. 3 guys named Jack. Wow. Hi there, I'm Jack. Hello there, I'm Jack. I'm Jack in the Beanstalk. Oh, hey, what'd you say? I'm kidding. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Perkins coming in, takes that one outside, is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be lifted high in the air. Nankiel will get it. And here comes the runner. In to score, and that makes it a 4-1 ball game. And Amarillo is not shut out no more. After Gino Groover gets the sacrifice fly, he brings home the run. And now here is the right fielder, Gavin Conicello. 0 for 3. Pitch is in for a strike. The count now 0-1. 4-1 Midland here in the top of the 9th inning. 1 out, 1 on. Conicello, the right fielder, coming in. If you're listening to us here on YouTube Live, or here on Bally Live, that's pretty good as well. Alan high fly and out of play. The count now 0-2. Could have a road game and a home game combined, and so far we will broadcast those, and so far doing them as well. Here's the 0-2. Right there, swung on and missed. And Amarillo down to their final out. Kevin Sim coming up. Designated hitter up batting in the right-hand batter box. Here's the pitch. Right there in the end, strike 1. I don't think fans are happy for Amarillo to being down 3 runs in this game. Tying run stands on deck. Here's the 0-1. And that's a swing and a miss, and they're down against it to their final out. down to their final out here in the top of the ninth inning. Here's the 0-2, and Midland will secure it. And they are headed to the championship. How do you like that? Amarillo now gets eliminated. And the final score, 4-1. Jack Cushing is the win. And so far, that's all she wrote. A pretty good ball game. Austin Pope is the loss. Jack Perkins gets the win. Well, you have Jack Cushing, Jack Perkins, and Jack Weisenberger. The Trail of the Jacks. Huh. Yeah. Kind of funny when you look at it that way, if you say so. But anyway, yeah, pretty good 2 hours that we've been on there, and gotta say Amarillo now the biggest 8th Texas League or 7th Texas League team, I should say, that gets eliminated, and now they're going to sit on the sidelines on this one. But yeah, anyway, our final score here in Midland, 4-1 in Game 2. Jack Cushing is the player of the game, the winner on the mound as well. So far, what a night it's been. And so far, Amarillo just goes down. Midland winning the first game 11-4, and now this one 4-1 here in Midland. Well, hopefully we got a pretty good live chat tonight. And so far, LFG Sod Poodles from Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that. But yeah, anyway, still no word on the game in Springfield. It's being rained out. A lot of fans probably not happy about that rain out ball game. Now the time, 9:40 on this Thursday evening. Well, Game 3 is not necessary, so that will eliminate the home game of Game 3. I don't think that Midland would have done another game and stuff. Well, so far, we'll see what's going on. Okay, so it looks like they're fixing to warm up there in Springfield. They have waited for so long to get their game going, and it's going to be a big night for them. So they're already doing the warm-up session. I don't think too many fans out for this one will come in, but well, they'll have to wait and see on top of that one. Well, we've had a great crowd tonight. Total of 8,000 came out to the ball game this evening. And we got to congratulate the Midland Rockhounds for securing 2 wins in a row against Amarillo. And now they head to the Texas League Championship Series. Well, the best of a 3, but evidently we go for 2. If winner wins 2, then that will pretty much eliminate the team that loses this one. Well, evidently it's been a fun evening, and so far we're just super excited that Rockhounds will go up against somebody. I mean, I don't know who, but between Tulsa and Springfield, that is yet to be determined who our Game 2 winner will be. But evidently, I guess things would go pretty good. So, 9:43 after being rained out for a long time. Top of the first inning for Tulsa. Well, Springfield getting their game going there at Blue River Stadium, I should say, is pretty good. Evidently, San Antonio was there last week, playing their 6 games. They lost 5 out of that 6. And so far, pretty good on that one. Well, we got somebody that wants to talk, and we'll let them go. Just in a few moments. Bob Hards will evidently get something going. Pretty good night for Midland, and the final scored of 4-1, and the kids rounding the bases here tonight on a Thursday.
Down to the South Division champions.
Confiamos tanto en la capacidad de nuestros niños.
Yeah. And so I got to say the Rockhounds will win the championships. They're going off to the championship series. I tell you what. We're going to take you to the ballpark now for tonight's runs, hits, and errors. And here we go. Midland, 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors. For Amarillo, 1-6-0. And I got to say, pretty good. Well, we got to congratulate the Rockhounds, and they have defeated Amarillo. And they are headed to the championship series playoffs. And so far, going to be pretty good. Well, for the outstanding crew that we've had, and Bob, I would say you've kept me entertained, and thank you so much for that. Gotta say, it was pretty fun, but anyway, pretty good night thus far. Well, anyway, the crowds are going home happy, and I do gotta say we're staying in Midland for the time being until something happens, and so far we're going to see what's going on in Springfield. Boy, just a late evening ball game. Yeah, chairs are wet. So far, they're just getting underway the national anthem and stuff. I don't really think that Springfield would have called that ball game and do a doubleheader tomorrow, but probably not. I guess since this will be a late evening start for Springfield, they may go 7 or 9 innings of baseball tonight there at Blue River Stadium. But gotta say, so far, I guess we'll find that out when it comes. Well, anyway, gotta say, for all of us here, we congratulate the Midland Rockhounds. And they are headed to the championship series. And for all of us, we are following in behind. Well, it is determined who we're taking on. Between Springfield and Tulsa, we will definitely find out. Well, for all of us here, we thank y'all for tuning in to this live stream, and for all of us, and for the Texas League teams that watched from San Antonio to Corpus Christi, Frisco, Wichita, Arkansas, and Northwest Arkansas, and now the defeated Amarillo Sod Poodles. Now we see that now 7 teams have been eliminated and only 3 remain. But in the end, 2 will still stand for the Texas League Championship Series. Oh, we'll find out first thing in the morning who it will be. So, Midland taking on a determined ball club. And so far, it's going to be a pretty good one. Well, thank y'all for coming into this one. And so far, drive home safely. And we'll see you back in one more home game.